author's name is Kamal. I'm not going to pronounce his last name because I don't want to get it wrong, but I've read a lot of books in my life, and this is a real small book. And I'm going to put the audio version in the description where you can listen to the audio version on YouTube. But this is a very small book and it packs a big punch. Whoever thought of like, you don't love yourself or love yourself like your life depend on it? Do we really make daily decisions proving to ourselves that we don't love ourselves? That's powerful. If you knew you didn't love yourself, would you make some of the decisions that you make? Would I make some of the decisions I make? Love yourself like your life depend on it. Will we take more chances? Will we consider rest to be more powerful than it is? Sleep, peace, time away from certain things. We're faced with different challenges in this era that we're living in now in 2021, 2022, 2023. Time is moving. But I'm going to play an excerpt from the book and we're going to check it out to see what the guy had to say.
A side effect of loving myself fiercely was that it started to dislodge old patterns, thoughts and beliefs that I didn't even know existed. Whether having coffee with a friend or reading a book, I would have flashes of insight into myself. They were so clear. It was like my life was a deck of cards, each with a picture of situations that I experienced, all falling down at me, flip, 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 and the only thought was, oh my God, it all makes sense. Here's one example. I've always known that growth is important to me. If I don't feel like I'm growing, I'm drifting, depressed. But what I didn't know, until the practice of self-love showed me, was my belief about growth. Real growth comes through intense, difficult, and challenging situations. Can you see how that would define the path of my life? It was immediately obvious where it came from. The first time I felt like I grew in a way that I was no longer the same, I was far better. U.S. Army Infantry Boot Camp. Was it intense? Yes. Was it difficult? Yes. Was it challenging? Every day. Happy or joyful? No way. Centuries of military protocol designed it to be miserable. But it's something I've always looked at as a defining experience, one I'm proud of. I went in as an insecure 18-year-old. I came out knowing I could handle anything thrown at me.
Mm. Now, that was interesting to me, that excerpt from the book, because I kind of don't agree with that. I kind of think that growth doesn't necessarily have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be uh, something strenuous that you have to go through to grow. Do trees go through strenuous things to grow? Do babies go through strenuous things to grow? You can grow peacefully. My perception. It doesn't have to be difficult. But everybody's route isn't like that, and everybody's route is different. Now, if you have goals and things you want to achieve, they don't have to be difficult neither. You can just stick to the course. It's discipline. You have to be disciplined. But that was very intriguing to me because he used that experience, his experience of growth was important to him. Growth is important to him. And is growth important to you? That's something that's important to me. Yearly, I want to grow. I want to get better. I want to, you know what I mean, do more, achieve more, see more. But why are we so caught up in this more thing? If we love ourselves, hmm, is it always about more or is it about peace? Whew. This was a good book, man. And I'm gonna put it down in the description, man. The YouTube version is just an hour. And the book ain't number like 40 something pages. The physical copy is just like 40 something pages. It's something you can read while eating your breakfast, read the whole book, but it's powerful. You got to read it multiple times. But this is come out on an interview. Kamal on the interview.
Well, like, what were some of the things that got you down where you had to really remind yourself and you maybe even refine the ways in which you were, saying to yourself, I love myself?
Yeah, because it wasn't just saying it's that's why there's a practice. It actually creates a way of being. Um, Look, I think the fundamentally the worst the stupidest thing I've done over the years is eventually I'll get lazy. I'll start getting really good at it. I'll get lazy and I'll coast. Where I'll just slow down the practice, and it's like going to the gym. If you've been overweight all your life and then you just make a commitment to get in shape for a year, you go every day, you go to the gym, you eat healthy, you get in great shape. But say 2 years later, you just say, I'm gonna eat bonbons for a while and just watch TV. What's gonna happen? Your body's gonna revert a bit. And
Oh, I
same
wish you
thing.
hadn't told me that. I've been going to the gym. Do I have to do this forever?
Same thing with the mind, man. Like it's like, look, going to the gym is great. It's a way we're ultimately we're also animals. We walk around with this brain that's stuck in our head all day, but we're also animals that need to move. I'm a big fan of going to the gym. And same thing with the mind. We gotta always be working on the mind because it is otherwise it's an untrained monkey.
Mm. So to finish it off or whatever, what I really took from the book and something that he mentions in the book, if you read it or if you listen to the audio version, repetition. Mm. When people want to get good at something, they repeatedly do it. They're consistent. At basketball, you repeatedly dribble that ball. At cooking, you repeatedly cook that meal. Uh, at being aware of something that's going to better you, you do it repetitively. And love yourself like your life depend on it. His method was telling himself over and over again, looking in the mirror, I love you, I love you, I love you. So by him saying that, he started feeling it and he started becoming more aware of that. And he started changing the decisions that he was making to show himself that he loved himself. And that's deep repetition. Amen. Peace, love, plenty, abundance. The next episode coming up tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. Yeah.